And it's a, okay, purple, great. Olog or mid-on, Olog or mid-on, please. Come on. He's the one I wanted. Yes, I'm so happy we kept pushing for it. Let's go. Ugh, he is, thank goodness. How the heck are you guys? My name is Fastidious. Welcome to my channel and welcome to day 14 in our free-to-play series. We have wrapped up week 2. We had a huge summoning sesh, 100 summoning crystals pulled. Day 14, we earned our wrath, and we also spent, and I'm not exaggerating, 8,000 energy minimum, because I used 40 huge stamina refills doing experience raid farming, promotion raid farming, lots of crazy stuff. We're gonna get into all of that, and then finally I will do a review and a summation of the shop, the redemption shop in the special Treasures in the Deep event. It's gonna be a really good episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. And before I hop in, I just wanna tease it. We got a big surprise, big gift from the very generous IvyLeeGaming and OddOneGaming. So shouts out to them. Stay tuned for more. Let's hop on in.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
Okie dokie, friends, let's get right into it. Day 14, so much was accomplished this day. We did 100 summons, that's right, 100 on our free-to-play account, along with making 2 brand new 6-star heroes, completing multiple events in just 24 hours. It was a real grind. But before I get into all of that, I just want to quickly give a big thank you to, I think, the best couple in all of gacha gaming, IvyLeeGaming and OddOneGaming. They came on my stream last night and took it upon themselves to donate way more money to me than they should have to enable me to buy a brand new, really nice green screen. So thank you guys. You can say goodbye to the little box in the corner. We're officially gonna have a green screen, which hopefully is coming on Monday. So next week, the videos should look way better. So thank you so much, IvyLee. Thank you, OddOne. I appreciate you guys so much. Okay. Anyway, guys, so I did 100 summons, like I said. Right after I finish this spiel right here, I will insert a montage of all 100 summons. But if you want to see the huge summoning session, plus viewer summons, which amounted to 500 total summons we did, plus a couple gold summons as well, I will have a separate video coming out at the same time as this, where you can catch that summon. So it'll be like a nice big mashup summon sesh. But right now, let's hop into a montage, a really sped up version of our 100 summons so you can see what you missed. Whew. This is gonna be a big session, guys. 62 summons. Woo, okay. We just, one usable thing and I'm happy, okay? Okay, we start out with purple. A lot better than starting out with the blue tax. Okay, who is it? Nazim, okay. Not my favorite for sure. But okay, we can share and get I'll happily take some 50 diamonds. Maybe we get another one. Not great. Okay. Come on. Something usable, baby. Okay, another purple. Great. Please, please, please. Okay, Ardeth. So I'm actually not so familiar with Ardeth. I know he's a decent defender. We actually are pretty good with defenders between Baron, Regulus, and Livian. Hopefully we pull Olog, but if not, great 3rd or 4th defender to have. Looks like he's able to regain HP. And do a bit of AoE. So pretty cool, very cool design. And we got a dupe Dallin. We'll take 2 epics, not gonna argue with that. It's still nothing, like, not the special thing we're hoping for yet. And there's our tax, brutal. Hopefully there's lots of blues that we can at least sell off for diamonds. And there's 2, what a terrible round. Okay, let's do 2 single pulls, get that icky taste out of our mouth. Okay, Rogers, that is green. He's in one of the fusions, I know. I think maybe for Livian. This is rough. It's rough out here now. Okay, so we've done 32, I believe. Yeah, and we got 3 epics. Seems okay. I mean, it's the normal rates on the epics. That's brutal. Okay, jeez. I've been seeing the craziest pulls on my Discord, and we are not benefiting. Okay, some more stuff we can sell for diamonds. We might have to sell enough to do 2 10 pulls, honestly. I was hoping to save the extra for energy. Okay, purple at least, fantastic. Gold would be greedy, but please give me Olog or mid-on, please. Frickin' dupe gluttony. Okay, let's rip a 10 pull, and then we'll see how desperate we're feeling if we're gonna sell off some of the rares. We definitely should have enough. Okay, come on. Olog mid on, Olog mid on. Prove yourself in the 10x. Navras isn't bad. He's kind of got that, like, it's AoE they're calling it, but it's more like a burst magic damage really fast, more similar to like Amani. But I used him on the first account that I tested the game out with. It's all right. He'll have a place probably, but it's super underwhelming for sure. Which I really didn't want to do, but I really wanted something great that we could build. I mean, the good news is it's day 14, so we got Wrath today. But yeah, okay. So back to where we started. One more, come on, please. And it's okay, purple, great. Olog or mid on, Olog or mid on, please. Come on. He's the one I wanted. Yes, I'm so happy we kept pushing for it. Let's go. Ugh, he is, thank goodness. Ugh, okay, I would have felt robbed, man. Okay, this is like the main reason I was pulling Olog. It's not the sexiest kit in the world, but it just gets the job done, man. So I think that's gonna go a long way for our account. We had 2 more single summoning crystals. Let's rip them, why not? I felt like that was going a little slower. They teased me for a second there. Let's do one more. We might do summons later on in the weekend too. But I mean, we got our Olog. I'm not gonna get greedy. Let's get right into it. Let's start with 10 pull. Some color at least. Okay, let's go, baby. Where's my Maul? Everyone else got Maul. So, come on. Oh, Dupe Theowen. Nothing like getting a fusion champion. Jeez Louise. Well, just like a band-aid, you just gotta rip it. Let's do one more. Come on. Uh-oh, doesn't look good. That hurts. That definitely hurts. All right, let's get back in the summons. We're gonna do 6 of them, and I really am just gonna call it there, as much as I would love to keep going. So just give us something. Don't make this a total waste. But with the single pulls, like, what can you really hope for? I mean, I guess like Dupe Theowen, like we will ascend Theowen, so it's like not the end of the world, but it's not very exciting. Could very easily just fuse that. Everyone's getting. I want Maul. Staying really blue. All right, 3 more, and then we're gonna call it a day. At least it's a Lord, I guess. Come on, give me some color. No. All right, last one. Last one. It's crazy, we're actually getting pretty close to pity now. Not actually, we did 100, but we're like halfway to pity after today, so. All right, okay, beautiful. As you can see, not the greatest summons in the world. Let's do a quick recap of what we got. Nothing so thrilling except, of course, Olog, and I think you saw how excited I was to get him. So the day really felt amazing because it felt like we got 2 top tier epics because we were getting Wrath for free, but we got Wrath, who I've since brought to 5 stars, fully promoted, and we got Olog. They are not wearing my greatest gear in the world, but you can see they're competent champions, right? So they're gonna serve our account well. Over 30 HP here with a nice chunk of defense as well, coming up on 4K. And then an okay build on Wrath. I put some attack on him, tried to get, I was gonna say I tried to get HP, but clearly I failed in that department. But he's doing the trick, and at the end of the day, until we really build him out properly, bring him to 6 stars, we're using him to get some damage because he does hit really hard, but we're gonna eventually want him in a proper crit build to accomplish everything. But this Lord skill is just so good, especially since we do use several members from his faction, namely Baron and Deimos. So we've been really lucky with pulls from the Nightmare faction, and then having him as a Lord, it's just such a boon to the account. Olog, really amazing. I've already learned when you're gonna manual with him, until you get him really properly built and tanky, which we haven't, he's really best without using his ultimate. I know people say that a lot, but having actually done it in practice, I can confirm that just letting him spam this big shield skill, even unleveled, even at 12 seconds and only 50%, it's pretty significant because it just keeps coming and coming and coming. So yeah, as nice as getting, the fourth piece of block, the fourth point of block, and the P damage reduction. Can anyone let me know if P damage, I always thought it was for piercing damage, but does this mean physical damage? I don't really know. But whatever it is, the P damage reduction, it's nice, but just letting the shield spam for a lot of content is really good. I imagine once we like really bring him up and put him in good gear, then he'll be able to hold his own when we do this, but right now we kind of need those shields to make him usable. And he's really functioning as like our third defender. Okay, so let's catch ourselves up on the other champions we got. They're all down here. I haven't built any of them. I'll just point out the new ones. Was Nazim new? I think he was. I can't remember, but we will not use him for a while. I'm not too thrilled. Navros is pretty cool. Very similar, as I mentioned this in the big summoning video, but very similar to Amani in the sense that he has like a kind of an AoE champion, a little more so than Amani, but his big thing is like big burst damage, magic damage that sprays everywhere. So like with his ultimate summons spirits, ravens, and he kind of sprays them everywhere and they attack random targets, blah, 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 dealing 50% magic damage. But you can see when you pair it with the auto passive here, the summons a scarecrow and it explodes for AoE damage. So here you can see when he kills, he also has an explosion of AoE damage, but really he's just kind of like a burst damage hero. He's pretty good. I used him on my first account because he was like the main. I had Iona and I had him, and that's where all my magic damage came from. He's pretty good, but I think he's kind of like a lesser version of Amani in a lot of ways, and we already have Amani built, but he's someone who at the very least will make it onto our Nightmare and our Esoteria faction teams. We also got, I think this is another Esoteria unit. Yeah, Esotericist. This guy seems really cool, Ardith, but we're kind of stacked on defenders right now, so I won't use him for a while. I'll just highlight these skills. This Realm of Curse thing is pretty cool because it's damage based on HP, which I really like. So you're really incentivized to build with HP, and especially if you eventually get him in that Glacier set, so he gets attack based off of his HP, I think it'd be really cool as well. He can just deal a lot of damage, and I like that he debuffs. He kind of inflicts vulnerability to magic damage, and he does magic damage. So if there's like a very magic heavy stage, something that really like calls for mages and stuff, he would pair really well. So maybe when we get more niche content down the road, but he seems like a super serviceable defender and someone who I'd build in any other situation except, I mean, if you look at our account, like the one place we are stacked, then we've had very lucky pulls in terms of class, like between fighters and defenders and blah, blah, marksmen, mages, healers. It's really been deep defenders. I'll just show that very, very quickly. We have one legendary. Regulus is very good, maybe even better as Baron, and even still Olog. So these three alone, and then we did pull or fuse Livian, and I think she's really great. So these two are kind of like our alternates, but Livian's already built, so we'll roll with her. I think that basically covers all relevant pulls. We weren't that lucky. I mean, at least we got some purple to get points. Who else did we get? I actually think that might be it. We did get a dupe Theowin, which is all right, I guess. So we got him Awakening 1. Guys, don't be afraid to awaken your heroes because you do get a soul spirit in return, like level up fodder, but it increases the slow effect from 50% to 75. So I actually really like that. What else? Other awakenings? This will be nice. Awakening 3 if we ever get him there. His awakenings are solid, so like, yeah, if you're spending or something, I guess if you're spending, you don't really care about Theowin, but if you do want to go for Theowin, he's someone you could fuse to awaken up. Extended range here, increased attack speed, rage restoration. The 1, 3, 4, and 5 are all relevant awakenings for him, I would say. I think we got one more dupe. So there's someone else we awakened? I don't really see. Oh yeah, and we got a Gluttony dupe. And I actually have to say, Gluttony's, I think, if you could get into Awakening 5, because once we got this, I was like, okay, is he a good champion? Like I said, he's not well rated, but I did use him a lot at the beginning because he was like our first fighter besides Dallin. And he's okay, he's serviceable, and he's an interesting kit, but if you just quickly look at the way his skill sets work, and I'll go really fast here, I don't want such a long video today, guys, but Naz of the enemy, blah, blah, dealing true damage, which is really cool, so ignoring defense, 5% of your max HP, and he can do a stun. That's like a unique skill set, right? And then this passive, Devour and Grow, increases max HP by 10%, and he grows larger 10% for every kill. So I'm assuming grows larger means like permanently increases his max HP. I don't really know what that means besides just like a physical depiction of him on the field. But yeah, when you awaken him 1, this effect is doubled. So he grows 20% larger and gets 20% max HP, and you can stack that up to 60 and 60, right? Because you can do it 3 times. Pretty cool. And then I'll just show the other awakenings because I did go through it because it caught my eye. Plus 750 HP, whatever. Double the damage of Gnaw. I mean, that's his ultimate, right? That's pretty crazy. And then -2 cost, so I think that makes him a 15 cost champion. That's really good. And then this one on Gnaw, he needs 6 attacks. Now he needs 5. So if you do want to use Gluttony, I think he probably is super usable at Awakening 5. I think at the very least you got to get him to Awakening 3. But yeah, interesting unit. And again, another Nightmare faction. So someone at the very least we're going to use alongside Baron. Not Baron, excuse me. Well, yes, Baron, but I'm trying to point out Wrath, the Lord. Okay, so that kind of catches you up to speed on what we got. And then in terms of what we've done, you might, if anyone that's like diligently watching these videos and following along, we have 2 brand new 6 stars. Max level, max promotion. That'd be Deimos, and that would be Vortex. Deimos I also used an Awakening Soulstone on, so now he gets a little lifesteal, or it's not lifesteal, but HP restoration during his ultimate. And we're almost done skilling him up. So he's still, now that he's 6-star, he's super usable, and I can use him in content besides Guild Boss. But as you can see here, we've had terrible luck. We probably would have wanted to max him out anyway, but of course, the most important thing, getting the skill cost -200, is the last thing that's going to hit. So hopefully when we get another 52 dust in the next few days, we will do this, and then 1100 is way too much, but we'll get this down to 900, which makes him so much more usable in all content. But he's really good. The hype is real with him. I'm very happy with him. And then Vortex, you guys might be thinking it's a little early to 6-star healer, but Vortex does not have great, for being an HP-based healer, he doesn't have great base HP, less than 10,000. Compare that to like an actual tank. So let's just look at just only a 5-star, but a proper tank here. Where are we? Let's just go here. You can see all the way up to over 14K, right? So that's a huge difference. Not even 9K to 14K. And I know one's a tank, one's a healer, but he doesn't have a big pool. So the only way we were going to get anything close to healthy HP on him was to bring him to 6-star. And he enables a lot of the stuff we do. So I really needed him at 6-star. And then I will quickly say, every relevant unit now I've officially promoted. There may be an exception with Ein, but we really only use him as a Lord. Aside from that, you can see like a lot of promotions I was putting off once the experience raid bonus, the double experience bonus I had activated for 24 hours wore off. I went into the promotion raid and I used a bunch of energy. I used something like, probably this will be in the title of the video, but I used something like 40 energy refills that I'd saved up like 60 or so, and then I bought like another 20 yesterday with diamonds that I was like earning from the new event and stuff. So it's pretty crazy. That's like 8,000 energy we used in like a day. But you see a big boon to the account. But yeah, so now like all these guys are fully promoted. Regulus and Nocturne. Also Wrath we brought the whole way up. Olag we brought the whole way up. And yeah, just kind of filled in the holes. I think that kind of catches us up. Like I said, you got to see the brief version of the summons earlier. There's gonna be a full video showing all of that. I'll quickly speak on the Treasures in the Deep event. Not as fun as I wanted. I do like the challenge mode, but I was hoping there'd be at least like, there's only 6 stages of story mode. I would have loved this to be like at least 12, if not like 18. The story was kind of cool, but yeah, stretch it out a bit longer, and maybe they didn't have to give us as many rewards quickly. Like this chest was really cool, and you can get a lot of things from it. But it's kind of like, okay, the story mode's pretty easy if you've been playing for a few days, or at least like a week or two. And then it's just like, all right, on to the challenge modes. I will say I'm very proud that I somehow beat Hard 4. As you can see, I haven't unlocked auto fight because I did use an assist champion, but I've been grinding. I've done this a lot of times. I'm nearly there on like the right strategy to get it with our account, and then I will make a guide. Because this is really cool. You get 120 doubloons every time and 15k gold. So you see I have 1 fight left. That's because I actually purchased 1 fight from the Redeem shop just so I could keep testing it out, because I'm hopefully going to have a video coming out tonight or the next day or something. Maybe it's already out by the time this video comes out, breaking that down, because I was pretty proud that I'll show you the team we're using. I've almost done it now with this team. So we're only 266, 267k. So we're almost 100k less. So this is really difficult. But we were nearly there, and we did at least, we can do it pretty comfortably with a unit. We just don't have the marksman for it. So I'm trying to make it work with mages, specifically Nocturne. Okay, cool. I think that wraps it up. Let's just go to the Redeem shop. I've done some of the math on this, not in front of me, unfortunately, but I do think I got greedy here, and because I was live on Twitch and I wanted to do summons, so I did buy these 4 summons first, which cost like, I think they're $250 each, so it was 1,000 doubloons. Having like lived in here a bit and done the event for a little over a day now, yeah, like I said, it rings true. Definitely go for Olog's Wall. Everything else here is like essentially farmable. Epic skill tomes seem to drop with some frequency from Guild Boss, and then you can also get them from Tide as you progress. I've talked to people and they say you're kind of never hurting for epic skill tomes or crystals, excuse me, and epic dust. So this is not going to be a priority. I think the big priority for me is obviously going to be getting this mythic extract. I don't care, like when you farm promotion, you will get it. This one, honestly, I don't want to spend 1,000 doubloons now that I know how hard they are getting on a legendary artifact. I really suggest you don't. Honestly, like like you will get tons of these once you actually are farming artifact material raid. So I think undeniably you need to get this one. It's fantastic. And then personally, I am going to go for a Siren because we do have him, and his awakened one is solid. I think it's plus 10% damage on the AoE on his basic attacks. I'll take that because we do use him. If you have better heroes, just ignore him. Like if you have Iona and maybe some legendary mages with AoE or something, just ignore Osiren. It doesn't matter. Especially if you have Zealous, he's just kind of the epic version of Zealous. Ignore him and then go straight for, the 5-star Psychic. That's probably what I would personally go for next, or go for the epic skill tomes. I would say the things to 1000% ignore are the Heart of Thorn and the legendary extract. Personally, I think ignore the mythic extract. Like I'm confident you will get that. Yeah, so our progression now that we got, and I would say definitely go for the crystals. So if you're not antsy, I would say do Olog's Wall, then crystals. Osiren if you want him like me, but I think a lot of you probably won't want him or won't need him. And then you can go psychic power, and then you can, I always call it spirit, the psychic power. And then you can go I would go to skill crystals, and then yeah, if you want to look at extracts or something. And I probably will buy out all these attempts because I want to make sure I can get Osiren. I think a lot of us will probably stall out around 4 or 5, so very quickly. You get 100 doubloons per run at 3, 120 at 4, and 140 at 5. So just doing some quick math, I think by the time people see this, there'll be 5 days left. So you can just know, let's say you're at the 120, you're in for, without extras, you're in for 600 a day, right? So 120 times 5 over 5 days. So that's another 3,000 doubloons. Assuming you do the proper 5 times in the 7 days, it'll be another 200. And then you'll definitely get this one if you buy things. But this could be tricky if you're going for the bigger things. But it's only 100. So I know for us, we can kind of feel confident, assuming we stick on 4, which honestly, I'll just grind it with an assist unit 5 times a day if I have to. We will get minimum for these, I guess, let's call it 5 more days from when this comes out. We'll get an additional, 3,000 plus 200, so 3,200. And then remember, I will buy these, I think, with gems and gold if I see fit. So you see I bought 1, we'll just include that in there. So that's another 20. So 20 at 120 each, that's another 2,400. So what I said 32 before. So we're looking at about 5,600 if I'm not mistaken. So did I do the math right on that? I feel like I didn't, because I did it earlier and it added, oh yeah, 5,600, and then plus I already have 2,500. Yeah, so we'll personally be at about, what was that, 8,110. So we'll have this for 6,500. And then about 1,600 left over, and then maybe we'll pick off a couple little things. I wouldn't go for the gold. Now that I know how much doubloons are worth, just don't go for the gold. Okay, guys, I hope that breaks down the shop. I hope that catches you up on the account. Let's head into the Dwarven Association to see if there's any goodies. Not so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Ivy Lee and Odd One. It's really, the generosity is crazy. Ivy told me last night that she tipped me or donated during the stream, but I'm really not tech savvy, which you wouldn't maybe expect from someone that makes content on a game, but I'm really not, so I didn't know how to check, and eventually she explained how I could check. And then this morning she was like, so did you look finally? And then I looked and I was like, wow, you guys are so nice. So show them some love. I will link Ivy's channel in the description. And for the rest of y'all, I'll see you around.
Fastidious.